I'm inside the podcast studio. Good afternoon, everybody. How are you today? And welcome to the latest edition of Drew Mania Live. So great to have you with us on this Thursday, the 23rd day of May, the year 2019. And of course, this is yours truly, Andrew Perry, coming to you live and at you from the busy streets, which is Brooklyn, New York, as I chat to you what is happening in the world of sports. And we have plenty to talk about. Well, sorry, folks, I'm getting a little distracted a little bit, but nevertheless, I'm here to chat to you what's going on in the world of sports. We have plenty to do today. Well, not a lot to do today, just to say the least. We have NFL OTAs is going on right now. Some teams are going through a lot of injuries and stuff like that. The Jaguars, Josh Allen is due to this health. We don't know how long it's going to be. He have a right calf and we have a injury and stuff like that. So we don't know where we at right now. The Jets have OTA. Quentin Richardson from the New York Jets did not participate today in the OTAs. So a lot going on as far as the NFL OTAs today. But let's start off with the Mets. We're gonna kick things off with the Mets today, as the Mets complete the sweep of the Washington Nationals, as they are welcoming the lousy Detroit Tigers for a 3-game series with the Detroit Tigers at Citi Field. Now, what a difference! I gotta tell you, what a difference. A clear difference a week make. Okay? This past weekend, they got swept by the Florida Marlins. And everybody and their mama want the head of the manager, which is Mickey Callaway. And rightfully so. Because let's be honest, Mickey Callaway have not made great decisions. And the bats has been silent. Robinson Cano has not lived up to expectations as far as as far as hustling goes. You know, lack of hustling. His bats has gone cold, and you hear the reaction the Mets fans have had, including yours truly. He's not very happy. He's not happy where he's at right now. But starting today, he's on a 10-day disabled list with Jeff McNeil, as he's going to be out for a couple of days with a quad injury. Robinson Cano. So as far as Jeff McNeil, Jeff McNeil, he's going to be on the 10-game deal. DL. He's been from the outside of Pete Alonso. He has been hitting the ball sharp. So unfortunately, he's going to be a big miss, because Jeff McNeil has been one of the contributors for the New York Mets this year. However, let's call it the way we see it, folks. The Mets needed this win in a big way. And the reason why I say that, look at this. You got swept by, as I mentioned earlier, you got swept by the lousy Marlins. And to come home and take care of the Nationals, and let's face it, the Nationals stink. This year, without Bryce Harper, this Nationals team stink. So you should take care of business. And that's what the Mets did. It doesn't matter how, it doesn't matter how it is. It doesn't matter how they came back. It doesn't matter if they was trying to, the Nationals to tie the game or take the lead. The bottom line is the Mets came back. They show you some resilience. What I take from this at this moment, what I took from this 4-game series with the Washington Nationals, the Mets show some fight. They show some heart. And they showed they could compete. So, what this means lean forward, the Mets are in a good shape, I think. And I think things could get better from here. things could get better here on out if they play like a professional baseball team. Beat teams that they're supposed to beat. Take care of home. Take care of home. Take care of home, because that's been the Mets' problems. So let's be honest. Since Citi Fieldhouse, since 2015, since I will say since 2016 when they had lost that one wild card game against the Giants, the Mets have not played well at home, and they got to start. And this is a start. It's not a lot, but you know what? You gotta be happy if you're a Mets fan, because a couple of days ago, things were not looking good in Mets land. Things were not looking good. And for some reason, you gotta give the team credit. And another thing, I gotta give Brody credit too for signing Rajai Davis. Remember Rajai Davis? The hitter that tied the game, that was once an Oakland Athletic. And not only that, he was the hero that tied the game in Game 6 with Aroldis Chapman. Hitting that it wasn't a grand slam, but it was still a big moment. It looked like the 2016 World Series against Aroldis Chapman when he was a member of the Cleveland Indians. So give kudos to Rajai Davis, and in the result, the Mets are back where they at, and I think they could take 2 out of 3. 2 out of 3, or I don't know if they could sweep Detroit, because I haven't seen Detroit this year, and by the looks of it, Detroit hasn't been good for the past couple of years. They really haven't. So let's see how things sort out, so to speak, for the Mets. And as for the Yankees, they just came from Disney World, because they just had their way with the Baltimore Orioles. The Baltimore Orioles, it was a serious mismatch from the get-go. It really was. It really was. It doesn't matter who the Yankees put out there. They had the advantage the whole entire way. And they're the ones that face it with injuries, A lot of injuries. Giancarlo Stanton is out. Aaron Judge is out. Miguel Duhart, Rookie of the Year last year. So the Yankees was facing a lot of injuries, and to come back the way they did, I want to say come back, but play the way they do without injuries, that shows you something. And they battling back and forth they're battling back and forth in as far as the division goes. So that division with the Rays and the Yankees should be a lot of fun. It really should. It should be a lot of fun. Now, as far as what? You remember, let's touch back on the Mets for a second. You remember, this past couple of weeks, I was wondering where Cespedes was. What the hell happened to Cespedes? And come to find out, Cespedes is going to miss the remainder of the season with a broken ankle. And according to certain sources, they said that he was on a horse, on a ranch, something like that. What the hell he was doing? What the hell he was doing there anyway? What? I'm sorry. Am I missing something here? No, really. Am I missing something here? He's now injured. And he's going to miss the remainder of the season with a fractured ankle now. When the team need them the most, and they got the most offensive power now, they're going to need his bat. And now he's out for the year. After 3-4 years of wanting Cespedes and wanting to re-sign Cespedes. Now, I'm starting to regret it. You gotta start. I think Mets fans, I don't know why you don't just start to regret that decision. Because the team before when the bats are cold, this is the year, as the season coming in, this was the year that the Mets was going to take advantage of that NL East division. It was going to be a fight between the Phillies and the Mets. Now, it's not. Now, the Phillies are going to run away with that division. And we ain't even reached Memorial Day yet. Hell, we ain't even reached the All-Star game yet. And we're sitting in third place. Because our bats are getting cold. Listen, Pete Alonso had a great year, having a great year so far. He's having a sensational, and he's hitting the ball very well. But unfortunately, he's going to get cold. But don't worry, he'll probably pick it back up. But what are you going to do? What are you going to do? There's nothing you could do, really. But again, kudos to the Mets for getting that 4-game sweep. Now, trying to finish down the stretch as with the home cooking, and see they get on the right track and continue this run, because next month, and surely but surely, the All-Star break is slowly approaching. Now, let's move on to the NBA. Enough of, and that's it. That was going on with the baseball. That's going on with the baseball, with the New York teams and stuff like that. Let's move on to basketball, shall we? As we a pivotal Game 5, and I mean a pivotal Game 5 between the Raptors and the Bucks. If the Raptors gonna win this series, hear me loud and clear, and I'll repeat. If the Raptors gonna win this series, they must win tonight. You do not. The last thing you want to do if you're a Raptors, is force to beat Milwaukee twice. You want to, your mind, your mentality. If you're Kawhi Leonard, Danny Green, Kyle Lowry, whoever it might be, is simply this: let's win in Milwaukee and close it out Game 6. You do not want to go to Milwaukee and have to beat them twice. That's going to be tough to do.